First off, the foodstuff we consume more often than anything else.
It's our absolute favourite. It couldn't be anything else but tea.
And what better way to discover the full power of tea than by throwing our very own tea party? And the best place to have it is here in Manchester, home to Britain's biggest tea factory. On hand to help me are some of Manchester's biggest tea lovers, the Women's Institute. Nothing we eat or drink in Britain comes even close to tea in popularity. We get through a whopping 165 million cups of tea every day, double the amount of coffee we drink. That works out at about 14 billion litres of the stuff every year. So why do we love our tea so much?
Ladies, what do you think? It refreshes us.
It refreshes us.
Yeah. Do you think it's healthy?
It's definitely healthy.
What's better than a good cuppa?
Cheers to that.
Not only is tea refreshing, but the ladies seem to think it's also healthy. Are they right? Dr. Tim Bond is a chemist and tea expert, just the man I need.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I'd love a cup of tea.
Ladies,
There you are.
thank you very much.
Wonderful, thank you.
Tim reveals there are many more things in tea leaves than just the caffeine we all know about. Over 700 natural chemicals, in fact, including ones like theanine, that helps us relax, and fluoride, that helps prevent tooth decay. And that's not all.
The real trick in tea, the magic of tea in some cases, is tea contains substances which science has shown us actually reduce our chances of getting chronic illnesses such as heart disease, strokes and even cancer.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that an innocent cup of tea can pack such a powerful punch.
Tim's talking about antioxidants, something we hear a lot about in foods like fruit and veg. Surprisingly, there's loads of them in tea. The trouble is, they're hard to get out. Those antioxidants are locked up in the leaves and only released when they're brewed. But Tim's come armed with the latest research that could help us get the best out of the tea we love.
Tea is an amazing substance, but what science is showing us is that to get the most health benefits, how we brew our tea is actually very, very important.
And how we brew our tea is something we all have an opinion on.
Just swish it about till it looks about right.
I usually leave it in for about 15-20 seconds just so it gets a nice flavour.
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah, that's long. Yeah.
And why is that?
Because my husband loves strong tea.
What do you like?
I like weak tea.
That's love.
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
It depends if I'm going for the David Dickinson or the sort of pale and interesting look.
About 20 seconds probably.
Oh, that's a bit weak. But you're not alone. As a nation, we're an impatient bunch. 40 seconds is the average time we leave the bag in for. According to the taste experts, that's way too short. They say 3 minutes is about the right time to give a decent flavour. But what about those things that Tim said made tea such an amazing drink, those antioxidants? How does the brewing time affect them?
Which of us is getting the best from our cuppa?
To find out, Tim and the WI are going to carry out an experiment. They've made 5 different batches of tea, brewed from 30 seconds all the way up to 7 minutes. We're going to find out which one contains the highest level of antioxidants. Before we test them, can the people of Manchester tell which cuppa is best for them?
I'd go for 5 minutes.
Why do you think that would be healthier for you than the others?
I think you're getting the best out of the bag for that brewing time.
And what about 7 minutes?
Too much. It's starting to get a bit ropey.
Which do you think is the healthiest cup of tea?
Say the 3 minutes.
Quite a mixed bunch.
Interesting.
No one is certain whether a quick dunk or a leisurely soak produces the healthiest brew. Time to put our tea samples to the test.
What we're going to do now is we're going to add these 2 special liquids, which will reveal which is the healthiest brew.
Tim's looking for a special kind of antioxidant, known as flavonoids.
Ooh, something's happening.
It is, we're getting the beginning of a reaction. So flavonoids are the antioxidants found in fruits, vegetables, nuts, red onions, apples and black tea. And importantly, tea is actually the #1 source of flavonoid antioxidants in the British diet.
Scientists believe it's flavonoids like those found in tea that may help cut our chances of having heart attacks, strokes or even developing cancer. They work by finding and neutralizing chemicals in the blood that can damage our body's cells.
So they're really, really important.
Absolutely, and it's so important therefore to get the brewing time right.
In our experiment, the stronger the blue colour, the higher the antioxidant levels, and it follows, the healthier the brew. And the results?
What we're finding here, as you'll see, the colour actually intensifies as we go from the 30-second to the 1 minute to the 3 minutes to the 5 and 7 minutes.
I mean, when I look at the 30-second brewing time versus the 7 minutes, there's a huge difference.
It's massive, and this is showing us how the antioxidants are actually coming out, being released from the tea and going out into the tea brew. In fact, the 7-minute brew time has about 3 times as many antioxidants as the 30 seconds brew time.
3 times the benefit, but only if we're prepared to leave the bag in for 7 minutes. Who's going to wait that long, especially for a cuppa that tastes stewed? Surely there's a better way to get a healthy cup of tea that doesn't smell like old socks. Tim has some refreshing news.
If we take the brewing time up to 3 minutes from the 40-second average consumer brew, you'll actually be doubling your antioxidants.
Okay, so 7 minutes doesn't have to be the rule. You still get a really healthy cuppa at 3 minutes.
Absolutely. And even at the end of it, you can give your tea bag a helpful little squeeze just to get the last few antioxidants into the cup.
Okay, ladies, so 3 minutes for brewing time. What do you think?
3 minutes, perhaps a bit longer now.
What about you, ladies? Yeah, so you changed. Good compromise.
I think so.
A 3-minute cuppa not only tastes good, but does us good. And any longer is even better. And the best news is that adding milk and sugar doesn't do anything to alter the benefits of those clever little chemicals called flavonoids. There's more to the humble cuppa than I realised.
It's amazing to think that such a small change can make such a significant impact on our health. So next time we make a cup of tea, all we need to do is just leave that bag in a little bit longer. And it could reduce the risk of heart disease, cancer and strokes, all in a cup of tea.